Hi guys, we're back here. It's falling. So let's all these are falling for a little bit here, guys, like the Nasdaq and SPX. So we talked about this sell here. This is nice. From this area, watch out, we're gonna take a buy, guys, okay? So this will be just a scalping, you know. We talked about this going up. So it's going really nice. USDZR is going really nice. We said news in Japanese yen is gonna follow, you know. You're in this buy Australian Japanese yen. Wow, it's going really nice, fast. Just avoid the bound now, except it's bound Japanese yen. Okay guys, just actually make him down all the way here. So watch out for this. So you're Australian, it may continue to go up a little bit, guys. So if you're in this buy, it's good. Australian USD, of course, you're gonna look like Australian Japanese yen. Okay. And this price maybe at 63.50. So 150 pips down from here if we reach, and we're gonna be looking at the buy. But don't buy before it's 63.50. Still 150 pips to go down. Euro dollar is going really nice, guys. We talked about this sell now. So if you're not in this sell, still you can join. It still has about 200 pips to go down. Okay, so Euro dollar is on this sell. Gold, don't be too heavy in gold, because gold it may reverse at any time with the dollar index. It's better to avoid gold for now. Gold traded in the best gold trade is in New York time. Okay, will be very clear trend and you can get good money from it. Otherwise, it's not great. Best time frame probably 1 hour for the entries. And for analysis, of course, you look at the 4 hour and the daily. But to enter a trade, probably 1 hour is really, you know, is good for us. We're not like a big bank with a lot of money where they be looking at the weekly and daily and all that stuff for entries. So, and it depends on also on the kind of pair. So if you look at the euro dollar, you don't want to go more than 1 hour, even half an hour is okay. If you look at something like more like the oil, you can actually look at the daily. Oh, some people ask about the oil. Yeah, I forgot from the previous chat. You guys, please don't forget to hit the like button so you can get more support for the channel, and the YouTube will be spreading the video. I know it's annoying to ask you guys, but you know. So oil, we have to open the oil chart right here. Look at this. Well, bound Japanese yen, we said guys it's probably a good sell. See, the dollar index is going up, guys, so probably the euro dollar is gonna keep going down because it's opposite of it, and also dollar franc is going up probably. So bound Japanese yen, that's what we want to open, and bound franc. See guys, bound franc and bound Japanese yen are crashing so bad. See, something volatile like this, you can trade the half an hour time frame. With the APCO system is really nice. Especially when you get a good sell like this in London, you're in New York. You probably want to take it. We are a little bit late with this one. You should have joined from here, like 50-60 bips above, and you should be in risky-free trade. But there's a chance still to continue down a little bit. Okay, this is a little bit late entry. So if you trade something like the 15-minute time frame, this is okay. You could have enter from here. If you go for the 1 hour time frame, it's gonna be a little bit late because this bound is so volatile. So you want to trade the half an hour with the bound because it's too volatile. By the time you get a signal, if for the bigger time frame, you're gonna be too late. So you want to trade something, but I'm saying only trade this stuff in New York and London, because otherwise you're gonna get sideways movement and you're gonna get so much range in market. Okay, and also you get the VSA power scanner, market scanner to work with you. So let's look at some of the chats here. Australian Japanese yen, we talked about this is sell. Okay, yeah, the background music, it's kind of relaxing a little bit. Okay, and also if there is a background sound around me, this will be covered a little bit. Okay, Ray here is asking about the VSA market scanner. So simply, if you come here, we have two parts, this right side here and that left one. At the right side, this is gonna tell you what index is strong and which one is really weak. So Australian now is very strong, okay? Sorry, Australian is really weak, and pound is really weak, and Japanese yen is very strong, and dollar is very strong. So what would you trade? If I'm telling you the pound, if the pound is really weak, would you go buy it or sell it? Of course you're gonna sell it, okay guys? If I'm telling you the Australian is really weak, you're gonna sell it. But you're gonna sell it against what? If I tell you Australian and pound, both of them weak, don't go and trade pound Australian. It's not gonna be good, okay? But you can trade Australian, which is really weak, against something really strong, is the Japanese yen. So if you sell Australian Japanese yen and you go look at the chart, it's gonna look like this. You know, it's crashing. Why? Why is it crashing? Why is it super trend? It's not trending because the Australian is really weak and the Japanese yen is very strong. So that's why it's going down so fast. And this is the secret in the market, guys. You want to be in the super trend, in the fast trend, in the crash, and you want to be in the right direction. Okay, so this is gonna give you what to buy and what to sell. And this ABC system, which is this trend line and all these signals and stuff and different colors, okay, you can see these candles where in your chart some of them are gonna show red, and our system all is still green. But once you did break here or came close to here, it started giving you red. Once you broke below this one, this trend line did change color. You see this blue trend line, it did become red, and you get a signal, okay, and you have a stop loss also. You guys see the stop loss, SL right there? So it gives you also where you put your stop loss. And this stop loss is not random. It changes from one currency pair, one time frame to another. It's mathematic functions. It depends on the volatility of the pair, of the market situation, all that stuff. So the stop loss is calculated according to the specific analysis of each pair. Okay, so this stop loss is calculated where optimized to not be hit. Okay, so this is optimized stop loss. And you can see if you put stop loss here, you're already in the money. If you put stop loss here, you're already in the money. You didn't hit it. This one was really good. Okay, guys. So you can see the system right in front of you. It does not repaint. The APCO system or the ABC system does not repaint. Once the signal is there, even if it's hit. So let's go back and show you a signal that didn't work. Because I opened so much and I put live streaming, so I just put small amount of candle. That's why it's not showing too much. But if you guys at home, you can add like this, and it's gonna show you the back of it. So like, see, all these signals was really good. See here, it didn't give you a buy. Why? Because it didn't break to the upside. That was a correction. So also the system has filters in it. Okay. Then you came back and you took this sell. Okay. When you were here, it did give you. See here, it didn't give you a buy. Here it did give you a buy. Okay. It did come back to the trend line, which is the dynamic support and resistance. This is dynamic support and resistance. You always see that the support and resistance is going sideways for you, right? It's a line. No, this one is dynamic. It's curved because the market moves in wave. So the support and resistance, they need to be waves also. Okay, guys. They can't be. They have to be an angle, moving with the trend. They can't be just, you know, vertical lines. And this doesn't mean if the Australian Japanese yen comes to a certain level, most likely it's gonna bounce because this is, you know, a demand in this area. That's another issue you guys already understand. But what I'm saying is, as long as this is work as a support for you, you're in the buy from right here. And don't go here after this has run already 200-300 pips and you buy at the end here. It's not very good because the buy did start here. So risk to profit ratio, you want to take the right. This is just like a river. When you cross the river, you want to take the buy from here. When you're at the top here and did crash, see, it did fall one time, but the system was smart enough to understand is not. See, this buy here, it did give you a continuation buy, but didn't work out. So if you took this one, of course I said if you run 300-400 pips in one trend, don't continue to keep buying at the top. Okay, you should wait for the reversal one. Anyway, so this could have been hit stop loss, one small loss. So that's why I'm saying the system does not repaint. So some signals, they don't work. Yes, some signals, they don't work. If someone's trying to sell you a system that works 100%, you know what it is. Okay, excuse me. So you guys see, it did break to the trend line. Bang. See how much pips. You know, this fall is probably 200 pips or so. 150 exactly. Beautiful. Then it did make a correction. Did give you a buy signal. Then bang, another sell signal. How much is this? Another 80 pips. It did rise up. Break to this one, change color to green. Beautiful. This is like bang, 150 pips. So beautiful. See, the system is very easy to trade, very easy. Okay, guys, like you're gonna be about 80% in really good profit trades, and the 20% are gonna end hitting stop loss or break even. They're gonna be very small loss, and that's what you want as outcome: a very small loss or break even with big wins. So for this one, we talked about the system ABC. We continue here. So you see the Australian is really weak, so Japanese yen is very strong. So that's what you want to trade: Australian against Japanese yen to sell it. And if you come to the left side here, so this gives you only the index, each index by itself. Okay, if you come to the left side here, this all the currencies, like 29 currencies that the system makes a scan for, and it's gonna give you the buy of this one, the strength of the buy and the strength of the sell, and it's gonna give you the delta. Don't look at this buy and sell because you do have the delta. You look at the delta number. If the delta is negative and you have red, so this means a sell. If the red is really dark, this means high momentum sell, and that's what you want. You want to really the dark sells. You guys remember 1 hour ago this euro dollar was only minus 2.1, and I told you this number is gonna increase as the euro dollar is crashing. So the euro dollar is gonna start to increase in the number. So there's two things here you can learn from. The big red numbers like -5 pound yen, this already fall big time. It can continue to fall or it can reverse. You have to go look at the system and you see what's happening. Okay, like this one, Australian Japanese yen here, we talked about this one, -5.6. Of course, before this reach Australian Japanese yen, before it reached minus 5.6, it was 0, it was minus 0.1, you know, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 5.6. So it keeps increasing like this. The numbers keeps changing. So you're seeing what's happening right in front of your eyes, what's trending. So if you want to catch something next could be falling, I talked about the euro dollar. Once it was minus 0.21, and one of you guys asked about the euro dollar. I said, you know what, the euro dollar is minus 2.1, sell it, but probably this number is gonna increase. So we can see this number to reach minus 4, minus 5. You know, as the more the euro dollar is gonna fall, the more of a bigger number you're gonna get negative here. Here for dollar CAD is 4.1 buy. So your dollar CAD is a strong buy. So we're gonna find a lot of people, they don't know what to buy and what to sell, and when they go buy or sell, they do it wrong. So you have to know what to buy and what to sell, which one, which pair is trending. Don't go waste your money in something like, let's say, EURAUD now is going up but very slow. So don't waste your money, don't go buy it. It's ranging. Euro is weak and Canadian is weak, or the same strength. So don't trade it. Euro Australian is slightly up, so it's not actually worth it unless it's gonna continue up. So really, you wanna also kind of avoid a little bit. You know, Australian Japanese yen is the best. You have Canadian Japanese yen, it did fall big time. New Zealand Japanese yen, we talked about this one falling. Okay, guys. So this is scanning the market 24 hours for you, also giving you signals here. If you keep running this one, it's gonna give you the updates and the signal, what's happening. So if the bound start to sell signal, okay, it's gonna tell you, watch out, the bound is falling. So you're gonna go check the bounds, and against what? You come to this side and say, okay, I would sell the bound against Japanese yen because this is the best. Second best is bound against dollar. So you guys, this is very, very good system to help you in the trading and know what you're doing. So Oli here has a question about how many bips before we move to entry. It depends on the pair volatility and the entry in your location. So, and if it did break a support to resistance, all that stuff. So it will, with experience, you're gonna know, okay, I know this pair moves with volatility about, you know, 50 bips up, 20 bips down. So once you're 60, 50 bips, you can move your stop. It depends also where you entered. Maybe you got really placed, so you can really move your stop loss to entry very fast. So it's kind of judgment. You have to get it with experience. I can't give you, you know, a written in stone number, tell you once you're in 30 bips, move your stop. Also, like the Dow, you may be in 200 bips and it comes down really fast. So it depends on how your trading styles. It's scalping or gonna psychology. Are you strong enough to wait a little bit longer time to see it's, you know, ranging, all that stuff. You can get the system. Heyman is asking how can we get the system. I'm gonna give you the link right now, you guys, if you want to get the system. So you can get from our website. If you do subscribe to the 1-year plan, you will get also free signals, okay, and some updates and stuff to the market. So this extra will be free if you subscribe to the 1-year plan, and this is a limited time offer, guys. And also our signals within like a month or two is gonna be in phone apps. So it's gonna be like an app, either Android or iOS. So that's cool stuff. For the plans, we have like 3 months and we have 6 months. We have monthly also. We have 9 months and 1 year. The 1 year is the best. You're gonna get like 60% discount. Okay. And the system is live right in front of you guys. We exactly deliver what you see. There's no hidden fees. We're not gonna tell you have to pay more money for the updates or anything like that. Okay. You have access to everything, just like Netflix. Once you pay for the service, you're gonna get access to all the trading systems, custom indicators, and expert advisors, and anything that gets added to the website, you're gonna have access to it. And any update happens, you don't have to pay for anything as long as you're subscribed. Ray, just please send me a Telegram message and we can set you up for the signals if you subscribe to the 1 year. Perfect, hey man. Yeah, thanks, buddy. So guys, I hope this was in benefit. We can give a little bit more educational stuff here. So guys, just very clearly, if you get the stock market falling, so when stock falling, watch out, you're gonna find some currencies falling with it, okay? So be careful of this one. You're gonna find AUD and New Zealand and Canadian dollar also falling. Okay guys? And you're gonna find JPY and CHF going up. Okay guys, this you should be aware of. Okay. And vice versa. So if the stock is rising, you're gonna find Australian, New Zealand, Canadian going rising and Japanese yen and franc going down. So let's say you guys know that I talked about the stock market crash in one of the weekly forecasts. I think was the one was excuse me, the one was 27th of February, I believe, at the start of the coronavirus, before any crash, just after Apple announced they're gonna meet their expectations, and I warned of a big crash in the stock market. So you guys can check this out. Also at the same time, I said Australia and New Zealand are gonna get really weak. Okay, so we're gonna study this case together. So when the coronavirus did crash, Australian dollar crashed to if you look at the daily, this crashed to this level, 55, almost from here, 65, 1000 bips guys, 1000 clear bips. Okay, because the Australian gets affected so bad. Same thing for New Zealand. So let's see New Zealand dollar. If you look at the daily, the same thing, 1000 bips. Okay, what do you expect from USD CAD? Of course it's gonna rise, right? Because just the dollar is the base currency. Are you guys catching what I'm saying here? What I'm saying is we're studying what did the corona do to the market. It's 1,400 bips. Okay. So New Zealand Canadian now, hey man, is a good question. So you have to know New Zealand Canadian and Australian, three of them, they move in the same direction in the big time frame. Okay, mostly. I know they're sometimes they're going against each other a little bit, but mostly. Okay, so those three pairs are not very trending against each other at the same time strongly. Why? Because they're three of them risky currency. They're beta currency. They're risky. When the stock market is going down, they just get sold off all of them at the same time. When the stock market is rising, they get bought at the same time. Okay, and you know Canadian is affected heavily by the oil. Australian is affected heavily by the Chinese numbers and the Chinese economy. So this deviation a little bit from what influences each one of them, what is making the trend in between both of them. But overall, if you would ask me, is this a good pair to trade? I would tell no. Do not trade Australian, New Zealand, Canadian against each other. It's very slow. It's not gonna be very fast. Sometimes it would be fast if the oil is making such a big move. So if the oil rising so strong or falling so bad, I would tell you yes, they're probably gonna have some kind of movement against each other strong. Otherwise, it's gonna be really slow. Okay, so I hope this answers overall question. But for right now, to answer the question only, which one? So you can look at New Zealand Canadian here. It's probably down here somewhere. Right there. So it's giving you a 5.9. Okay, but I would not touch it. It's probably gonna be ranging. Just like I said, Australian, New Zealand Canadian going down at the same time because the stock market is kind of giving a correction now. So it's better to avoid it. Take something trending really strong now. You guys don't trade something because you like to trade that pair. No, trade whatever is trending and trade where the money is. Okay, you have to have flexibility. And it's okay, I wanted to trade this pair today, but there's no just opportunity in it. That's no problem. I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna wait till opportunity comes. I'm gonna jump in it. That should be the psychology and methodology. This market needs a lot of flexibility. You need to be flexible. Okay, guys. So back here, we're talking about the same scenario. My Telegram is written under each video. It's just perfect. So here, so it's Fxmarketstrategyadmin. You can text me. Okay. So you guys, please don't forget to add the like, click the like and stuff. Okay, so we continue our part here. So when the stock market is falling, the Australian, New Zealand, Canadian, they're also falling. Japanese yen and franc going up. So if you heard the stock market crash, you should be going to sell the Australian dollar. Okay. If you hear the Australian market is rising, you want and you go buy the Australian USD, New Zealand USD, and you sell USD CAD, because this is a base currency, so it's just how it's written. That's why it would go the opposite. But really, if it was CAD USD, it would be going the same direction like Australian USD, New Zealand USD. Okay. You can see the effect of the coronavirus in the Aussie dollar and the Kiwi dollar were the same, 1,000 bips down. Why dollar CAD did go about 40% higher, and the coronavirus did affect the dollar CAD higher than this one? Or why did have more volatility than the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar? You guys, I'm gonna leave this question till someone answer in the chat. So why did USD CAD rose 1,400 bips, not only 1,000, just like New Zealand dollar, Australian USD? Why? Yes, because the oil. Exactly. Good answer. So I've got the answer here. Perfect. Yes, yes. Good answer. Good answer, gentlemen. Yes, yes. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Because the oil. All of you got this right. Because what happened with the oil, okay? So the Canadian is gonna get weak by itself because about what's happening. So it's gonna get this 1,000 bips just like the New Zealand Australian. But because at the same time the oil did crash so bad, that's why USD CAD get the 1,400 bips, not only 1,000 bips. If someone did know or did expect, I actually expected that oil to come down to $10, but I never expected the future contract to go negative, of course. So, excuse me. So if someone did expect the oil to be really, really weak, he would be buying dollar CAD, and he's expecting the dollar CAD to go high. Okay. So you can see when the stock market did crash about, let's say for the Dow, from 29,000 to 19, which is 1,000. Aussie dollar also did crash about 1,000 bips. So really they did crash by the same amount of points against bips. Okay. And USD CAD did go up 1,400, we said because of the oil. Correct answer, guys. So you need to understand this when to trade in Australian and New Zealand and CAD, because there's a lot of money in those three, and you can be in big profit if you trade them against Japanese yen and franc and dollar at the right times. Okay, so you guys, that's good to know and must know. If you do have the system then, and you can look here, okay guys, you see the Australian and Canadian weak, so stock market is down, but New Zealand is not there yet, but it should come down. Okay, and you see Japanese yen is up here, so Australian Japanese yen is still a good sell. We talked about this one. Okay, so once it did break here, it did come like 50 pips very fast. So you guys, the system is really crystal clear. I just want to EURAUD, so please send me another message. I didn't get your message. So it's Fxmarketstrategyadmin. So please send me another message in Telegram. Okay guys, see this USDZR, if you're in this buy, that's good. Okay, so that's really nice. We expect this to go up correctional wave, and that's going really nice. And then we're gonna be looking to sell either from here or from there, but only with a sell signal. You must sell only with a sell signal. Don't just sell because this is, you know, a resistance and it did bounce a little bit. You know, you must have a signal to make the probability of being successful is in your side, in your favorite. We said this is a waste of money, probably you're Australian. Okay guys, so avoid it for now because Australian is weak and Euro is weak. Okay, this, see, we talked about this may go back up, so watch out for this. That was really nice fall, guys. If you have the system right in front of you and you trade it, you make really good money. Okay, I need to open all this too much. See, the dollar index, it did have a huge candle. You can see this reversal candle right here. It's very clear it's a reversal. Some big bank did make a big order. That's why it like bang. Okay. And it did take some time, then another one. So probably what happened now is it's gonna come down a little bit, then bang, you know, continue going up, possibly. Okay, guys. So this is how we make money in the market. This, what you want is, oh, perfect, nice, glad to hear. So all here is saying that is making money in the market. The system is good, glad to hear. The system, guys, is really fantastic. You know, there's a lot of effort, and software engineers and analysis and developers put all their effort in this, so they came up with something really good and easy. It's not complicated. You can find some charts with 50 indicators and tell you when this line crosses this line, and then when this oversold, when this is in, you know, as long as like this 50 conditions. This is really easy, simple. What you want is something, you know, like you can teach your son, which is in, you know, elementary school, to trade. Tell him, you know, if it does go below here, you sell it like this. Okay, that's daily. We don't see the daily now. Why is this going back up as a correctional? Because the stock market going up. You guys pay attention to this. See the stock market having a correction candle is just doing the same thing for the Australian, going back up with it. So you understand how the market moves. Okay, help you predict what will happen, put you on the right side of the, you know, trade. Yeah, they're very, very powerful combined with each other, either APCO or ABC. Together, they're very, very powerful. Because it's gonna put you in the trend, it's gonna tell you when to take the signal, it's a good signal or not. So you're gonna get the best filters you can get. I think those are the two best filters you can ever get in the Forex market. Telling you what's trending and telling you if it's a good entry and exit or not. So. Okay, guys, I think we delivered the message. I don't want to also, you know, be taking too much from your time. So we got this, we learned this together. Just a conclusion of the coronavirus effect. When the stock is crashing, you only sell Australian, New Zealand, Canadian. Those three currencies are going to be under so much pressure. When the stock market is down, the stock market is making a correction. You look at the Dow Jones. If it's going down, you know, Australian, New Zealand, Canadian probably going down. So Australian USD did crash 1,000 bips. Same thing for New Zealand, 1,000, but the loonie did rise 1,400. Why? Because the oil did crash also. That's why the loonie against the dollar did did fall, or the dollar CAD did rise 1,400, because also the oil added more negative effect to the USD CAD movement. And Japanese yen and franc, you can see there were, if you look at Australian Japanese yen, it probably did fall more than 1,000 bips. Why? Because Japanese yen was stronger than the dollar, and Australian Japanese yen is more volatile, and the daily range is higher than the Australian USD. This is the answer, 2 points. Okay, because number one, Japanese yen was stronger than the dollar as a safe haven at that time, and Australian Japanese yen is more volatile than the Australian USD. Okay, guys, the same scenario for New Zealand dollar. So if you would like to trade something moves faster but almost typical, you would trade Australian Japanese yen. It would be better than Australian dollar, assuming that Japanese yen and dollar, both of them are strong or equal strength. Okay, but when the stock market is falling, the Australian Japanese yen is going to be a better sell than Australian dollar. However, you must find Australian dollar also going down with it. Okay, even slightly or ranging, but it's not going to probably be going up. This will be very awkward. This is not going to happen because the only case to happen for this is the dollar to be the weakest and the Australian at the middle and Japanese yen at the left side very strong. So I don't want this scenario to trade it. So that's why I'm saying it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen if you trade our systems. So some cases when you say, okay, you know what, I'm in right now and I'm gonna go franc, New Zealand franc. I'm gonna tell you they're equal strengths. Don't trade them. New Zealand franc is no good. You know, like this. Okay. This also we put the weekly forecast to give you guys a big picture. Okay, and you look at the 4 hour and you see what's going on in the market. So you get the feeling of the market, and you know every chart what's happening, and you draw your support and resistance line. Excuse me, to get an idea where potentially this reverse. You keep the eye in it, you keep an eye in the market. You have the VSA system giving you exactly what's happening. You have the market scanner here scanning the market all for you to scan everything until you the signal and everything. So this is fantastic. This is beautiful. This is hard work. So I hope you guys will be in profit and in success. Thanks, Raid. I think is asking here about like a broker. I can recommend you. Yeah, some of the brokers here. I deal with many brokers, but I found some are better than the others, and especially at the oil time when Saudi Arabia was hit with one with this, you know, with rockets and stuff. The oil price did open in a gap 600 pips. I was in a buy. Yeah, I get your message here, right? I was in the buy, and I put my target about 250 points above the entry price. But when the market did open like 600 points up, my trade was closed in a 600 point profit. Okay, guys. So this was from equity broker, and actually I was really happy with this. So I'm gonna give you their, if you want to, you know, check them out, open a demo account with them and try them first and stuff. If you need any help by any means, let me know. But I told you a story happened with me personally, and I made like $3,000 that time just because they didn't close my, they didn't give me only the 200 points profit, they give me the 600, and they had like 3 trades open at that time. So that was really fantastic. Okay, it's just like, oh nice, I was looking for only like 200 bips, I got 600 points, you know, it's good. So they are not market makers, they're ECN, and you know they're good in this scenario. So okay guys, is there any other question? I think we give some overall view of the market, and we talked about the coronavirus, how it did affect the Australian, New Zealand, Canadian, and we knew that the oil was you know, a big influencer in the USD CAD movement. So all that stuff was good. We learned it today. We got in the Australian Japanese yen sell, was good. USD ZAR buy was good also. We said the pound against the franc is probably gonna go down for a little bit, all that stuff. So you know, daily, if you can catch only from the system both together 2-3 trades, but high quality trades, is better than trading 50 trades and they are not that great. So take the higher probability trades with a good entry, you know, and you're gonna be in the good side. Ali is asking if we look at the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, without me looking at the chart now, I expect to be going down a little bit. I actually honestly didn't say it, but let's see. See Bitcoin, guys. I think you guys can trade this one. You know, when it's breaking down here, you can take this sell. Let's see. So you can see this is not a buy, not a sell now. If you're in a sell, you move your stop or take profit, but there is no buy signal because it can continue to go down. Okay, so that's the good thing about the system. It's very clear. You get too far away from this entry signal. Why, you guys, you cannot enter here? That's a very good question. Do you know why? If someone can answer me why you cannot sell right here, I'll be really happy about this one. Why you cannot sell here? You only can sell here. I'm gonna wait for the answer in the chat, guys. Why you cannot sell right here and you can sell only here? Okay, so why I can't open a sell in this area? But it was good to open a sell in this area right here. Okay, I'm waiting for the answer, guys, in the chat. Nice salam, Yahya. You're welcome, bro. I'm still reading. So you have one of the answers here, resistance level. It's market can correct. Too late. The trend is weak already. What does this mean? Is maybe oversold. So it's too late to it may, you know. Too low at support level, so it may bounce. Might bounce back, which is the same meaning. Might reverse, you know. No, there's one thing is really important, more than all that stuff. Of course, you guys, what you said is correct answer, but there's one point which is a critical point in the topic. The critical point is, if you look here, you must put your stop loss here. So if you enter here, can you afford this stop loss? If you can, go ahead for it. You know, your stop loss for the initial of the signal was right here. Because what happened now, this can go up, make a correction up to the trend line to here. And up to here, that's fine to make a correction before it can come down. Okay? So really, when you enter, that was the best entry because your stop loss was very close to the entry price. So risk to profit ratio is very good. But when it falls so bad and you're taking a chance, when it comes here, make a correction, it may come down and it may go up. So you're taking a 50-50 chance probability and you're not sure where to put your stop loss. And if you put it here, it's too far away. And if you put it here, it may go up a little bit, hit it and come back down and you're gonna be screaming. Okay? So that's why this is not good to enter. So that was the best entry. There is always a good entry, best entry, and there is, okay, it's like, okay, 50-50 chance, like that. I hope this makes sense. Which is all of the same meaning, like resistance or support levels may bounce back, but this is the main point. Where you're gonna put your stop loss? You're not sure now. You don't have a signal identified by entering a stop loss. You're too late to enter now. That's why this is not good to trade. However, my expectation is gonna come down a little bit, then it's gonna go back up. That's what I can see in the Bitcoin. So, okay. Okay guys, my laptop battery is getting really weak, so I'm probably gonna have to close this because I'm too far away from the power supply. Okay, this is my forecast. I may not even get this rise up, it may just come down straight. Watch out guys, this Bitcoin over time it may get zero over time, long time. So you never know about this one. So don't invest all your money in the Bitcoin. It may at one day in the history, in the future, it come to zero. So be careful from this one. Okay. Yes, it's bad risk to reward ratio. Perfect, Eric. So you guys, good job, all of you. You got all, you know, very close meanings, and it's the same situation. If you look at it, it's the same meaning, but we put more details in it. So that's all. Euro New Zealand long term is gonna come down, but wait a little bit, because as long as the stock market is making a correction, excuse me. As long as the stock market is making a correction, Euro New Zealand is going to be ranging a little bit. Okay, and if you look here, you're going to find Euro New Zealand. Euro is weak and New Zealand a little bit stronger. You don't want to see that scenario to enter the trade. What you want to see New Zealand and Australian and Canadian, three of them at the left side here, and Euro at the very right side here. So you want to see Euro as either the weakest or the second weakest, and you want to see the New Zealand the strongest or second strongest. Other than this, do not trade this one, Euro New Zealand. You guys got the message here? So Euro New Zealand, there is no much difference between both of them. If you look at the Euro right here, is the strength 32%. If you look at the New Zealand, 51, and both of them in the yellow, so both are gonna range. You guys see this? You want something actually in the orange against something in the green, and that's why you have these colors. You want to trade one in the orange against one in the green. If you can get something in the red, that's amazing, that's fantastic. Against something in the blue, that's super amazing, that's a full crash. Okay guys, and also to trade Euro New Zealand, I said you want the Euro to be in the right side here, and you want Australia, New Zealand, Canadian, probably three of them at the left side. What does this mean? Is the stock market is rising really fast and the Euro is really weak at that time, so investors are buying the Australian and New Zealand and Canadian, and they're selling the Euro. Very clear trend, very clear investing mode. There's no fear in the market, there's investing appetite, and everyone wants to just jump and buy those currencies. So this at that time would be a really, really good sell if Euro New Zealand. Okay guys, but would you sell Euro Japanese yen? Possibly for a little bit of movement. You can see the market is not crazy yet, maybe today late, after 3-4 hours. Many people are gonna close their trades and stuff, and the market's gonna be more volatile. Okay guys, so can you enter a sell from here? It can continue going down, but I let you know where the best entry. And that doesn't mean if someone having a deeper analysis or bigger time frame, he cannot enter, but just letting you know to understand if you enter here, what's the consequences of this, or how can you manage if it goes wrong. So okay guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. Yes Eric, you focus on the best opportunity. So if you answer this question right all the time, you're gonna be in profit. If you go to the market and say, if I was allowed to eat one meal today, what I'm gonna order? Of course you're gonna think a lot before you order prime steak or roasted chicken or some kind of food you like, whatever kind of food, or even a cheese sandwich. But because you have only one chance and you want to screw this chance, then you're gonna make sure you think well. You make comparison between the choices of food you would like to eat. Then you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna order this one and I'm happy with it. That's it. If you think with the same mentality when you get to the market, and you're gonna ask yourself, if I do have one trade to trade today, what would this be? So you take the best out of the best. Okay, you take the best out of the best. You don't take the possibility if it's gonna be, no, you want the best trade. There's only one trade I'm gonna take today. What is the best in the market today? Okay, and when you get to this one, do the analysis. Okay, is this the best entry? So when I ask you what is the best now, 2 questions. What is the best today? I'm gonna tell you Australian Japanese yen. I'm gonna go here and see the system and say, is this the best entry? I'm gonna tell you no, we're late a little bit. So you need to catch those 2, the best to trade and the best entry. Like this, you're increasing your potential of profit like so much. So you ask yourself, what is the best opportunity today? What is the best to trade today? Only one. What is the best one? If you get one, became in profit, you can go and take the second one like this and build up your account. Okay guys, so I hope this is clear and easy, not complicated at all. Perfect, man. Glad you like this one. Yeah, that's a good one, Eric. Yes, and focus. So you're going for the best quality, best quality. So if you ask me, I'll say, you know what, I would like, you know, prime rib eye, barbecued. You know, I'll be happy with this one, and with a lot of fat in it. That will make me happy. So we would like to have this in the forex market, you know, by having the good trades. So each trade you want the best meal for you, best opportunity, and the best entry. Not only the best trade. Maybe if you're late, it's too bad. So you want the best trade and the best entry, both of them. Okay, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. Pound New Zealand probably is not good for now, so you can see the New Zealand is just gonna be ranging. And you guys, for the pound, don't trade too much. Pound, most of the people lose their money in the pound. So you guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, we said Australian. Okay, read. Do you have this your account number put in the MetaTrader portion in the system? If you do, you should not have a problem. If you still have the problem after this, just contact me, and I have your contact in Telegram. I can just answer you. Yeah, Australian USD, we said it's gonna go down for a little bit correction, then after this is gonna reverse up. Okay, guys. See, guys, now the USD became the strongest. Watch out if you look at the euro dollar. Wow, bang, crash as expected. Let's see the euro dollar. That's interesting. Nice. You see, this is such a big candle, huh? Beautiful, beautiful. See, this was one good entry. Was not the best, but one good entry, and we catch it early. So that's really nice. See, guys, where the money is and how you catch it. So you know where the money is and how to catch it. Both of them. Two questions. You want to go an area of the sea where there's fish, and you want to know how to catch the fish. Okay guys, if someone wants the system, you guys, you know, I put this here. So we talked about the euro dollar, and that's going good. So now the Australian is still the weakest, but now the dollar is the strongest. Okay, so dollar Japanese yen now probably is ranging, right? Correct guys? So dollar Japanese yen, they're same strengths, but because the dollar did move the latest and Japanese yen did, you know, fall from number 1 to number 2, so I would expect dollar yen did made up move about 15 pips or so. Let's see it. I probably closed it. See, dollar CAD is going strongly up. We said we don't want to trade this wave. We're gonna take the sell. Okay, so we want to sell it. If it can reach here, we want to catch it there. We want to sell this one. Dollars are probably flying. Did go nice. So you guys, if you entered early from yesterday and you want to take profit, it's okay. Do you know why? Because when the price comes too far away from the cloud, it usually goes back to it. So like here, if you did buy and the price did go so fast like this, that's probably good idea to get out and wait a correction and enter again if you want, or get out. That's your choice, but that's one of the things. Thanga, yeah, I heard this. Don't go blindly. You know, we have made the market scanner to scan what's going on in the market, and we have developed the ABC and APCO systems to give you the best entry and best exit. There's nothing is gonna be, this market is so changing, right? Because the big banks, what they want is they want to take your money, basically, right? So they're not gonna care if more people today or tomorrow, as long as they make money. They have computer systems to make money. So sometimes you're gonna find it's going with your sentiment, sometimes it's gonna go against the sentiment. So there is nothing you can't there's nothing statistically you can rely on in this. So don't believe this one. Okay, so you need, that's why you made this one, so what you trade. But if you go all the time with it or against it, you're not gonna do good. And many times actually what happened with the sentiment, I tell you guys something. This is important to know. Let's go here. So with the sentiment, you're gonna find here, you know what, I want to leave this because it was cool. Let's remove this one. That was a good question actually. So I'm gonna tell you guys, with the sentiment a problem. We're gonna find here is gonna tell you so this is really important to know. Okay, the sentiment is 70% buyer of euro dollar. Okay, perfect. And you go to the trend and you're gonna find the euro dollar was up a little bit, you know, or make it a little bit more up. You're gonna find the euro dollar already rose 250 pips. Okay, so if this scenario has happened and you find a lot of people in the buy of euro dollar and they did rise 250 pips, and you know, from the static point of view, statistic point of view, that usually when the euro dollar rises 250 pips, it will reverse, but the sentiment still shown buy. You know, it will be not very smart to go and continue on this buy, even if the sentiment is shown. Also, if the sentiment shown 70% buy after it did already make a move of 250 pips, you're already too late. Okay, you're already too late to get to the trade. So you really want to catch the trending, the best trending. And also, this does not represent time. Why is it lacking? Sentiment are bad because they don't represent time. So they don't represent time. It's just giving you a percentage, you know, very slow to move. It doesn't give you entry. It just gives you a trending kind of over idea. And this is not going to help me by any means. Actually, it may distract you from doing your own homework. If euro dollar is going up, perfect. Okay, is this the best trade or not? So you ask yourself, is euro dollar the best trade or not? You know, there's something called opportunity cost. So to take the euro dollar, you're going to take certain amount of margin, and you're going to be able to trade something else. So if I'm telling you Australian Japanese yen is the best to trade, and you go trade euro dollar, the opportunity cost for euro dollar is wasting your value and your money to trade something maybe is less profitable than something else. That's number one. Number two, is it about reverse? And that's what I found in the sentiments. I followed them for a little bit to see how they're doing. You find this, oh yeah, it's 70%, I'm so happy about this, like this, and like bang. The problem is you didn't understand this is a reversal point, because he's not gonna tell you, watch out, you know, it's 70%, but now because so much different analysis and stuff is gonna change now, and it's gonna come down, and this amount is gonna decrease. So you should be in the sell. So yourself, when you see something over in the sentiment like this and the reversion, you should start thinking, okay, maybe this is a good opportunity actually to sell. So you do. So you can't say it's good all the time or it's bad all the time. You have to do your homework. Okay, it's better not to look at them. To actually, I never look at them like when I do my weekly forecast or anything like that. I never look at the sentiment, all that stuff. Just, you know, overall market view and economy, each country separate what they're doing, and big picture of technical analysis. But you know, that's my opinion about this. I may be right, I may be wrong, but you know, I give you what I believe in, honestly. Okay, so I hope you get the answer, and my laptop is just about to stop because the battery is just about to die. See guys, did this make sense? The sentiment part? Yeah, a chart says all. That's why we, like, if you cannot determine by yourself what is trending, what's not trending, you cannot keep looking at 32 chart and 24 hours. This is impossible. That's why we came up with this market scanner, to make it easy for you. And that's the main idea about this one, to give you the opportunity cost is the lowest, you know, the lowest money you're gonna invest in the market for the least amount of time. Okay, to generate the most amount of profit. So the least amount of time is going to generate the most amount of profit only if you trade two things: the correct direction and trending, because you need volatility over time. not only volatility. If you're gonna tell me, okay, this bear is gonna move 1,000 points, I said, great. And how long and how much time? You're gonna tell me in 3 years. I said, wow, I'm gonna wait for 3 years for 1,000 points. But you tell me it's gonna move 1,000 points in 5 days. So volatility over time, that's your secret. You need volatility and time, volatility and time. So the higher volatility in less amount of time, so you're gonna use the least amount of money to generate the most amount of profit. And that's what we should be doing. So, and that's what's giving you here. It's telling you what is really weak against what's really strong. So we're gonna be taking the good opportunity in the market. Either you want to scalp it or intraday, but the system is really good for both scalping and intraday trading. Okay, it's beautiful. Gold, possibly it may go down a little bit, but don't be too much. Okay guys, I'm gonna put the laptop in the charger. What I mean by scalping is not like 2-3 points. What I mean by scalping between 20 to 50 points, guys. Okay, I mean like intraday trading, but kind of a little bit higher profit. Okay. Also, if someone wants to trade the 5-minute time frame in London, New York session, the system is really good in this also. Okay, so if you want to scalp the 5-minute time frame in London, New York, the system is good for this. But I don't mean like scalping for very few pips, like 5, 6, 10 pips. I'm not talking about this at all. So guys, I'm just gonna leave the market scanner here for a little bit. So if someone wants to watch the market, what's going on, and I'm gonna put the laptop in the charger, and hopefully in like New York session we can come back again and do some, you know, chitty chat there, and we discuss the market together, and we get what we think about each other like this, and see what the system is giving us. Okay guys, thank you and have a wonderful day. If you want to keep watching the system and what's going on, you are welcome. If you want to get out and come back in every once in a while to see what's going on in the market, you guys are most welcome. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Goodbye.